So in the last class in the inheritance, we have studied few things, like one is most important, that is function overriding. Okay. So and another thing after that we have seen, one is function overloading. So all these terms are clear to all of you, or what is the meaning of that? We have also seen the implementation of function overloading as well as function overriding. So can you please let me know if anyone having any query or doubt in this function overriding or overloading? Yes, though overloading is not directly supported in Python, but it is supported by using asterisk argument, है ना? Where we can write a function by providing asterisk argument. Okay, that I have shown to you na yesterday. By providing asterisk argument inside a function, then we are able to call a different functions, है ना? That we have seen. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Like this is a one example. Okay, so you can see where we can pass a as asterisk argument, है ना? Then we can use it as a tuple or list, whatever we are passing, and then we can write this function as, in this case we are getting error, so because we are unable to overwrite it, so here we can use it like for I in range, or I in, directly you can write I in, है ना? And you can compute the result equals to res multiply by a, or directly we can write I, and then here you can imply res equals to 1. So the area of, we can compute different things with this using this asterisk argument. So the asterisk argument provide the implementation of function overloading. Here you can see. Okay, so different function, actually we are passing different number of argument, that means these are the different functions. Okay. Okay, though in Python it is visually actually as a single function, but it is actually different function. Okay, so we are providing a same name to the function, and we are performing different operation with the function by passing different number of arguments. So that is called function overloading. Overloading means one one thing can perform many operations. That is meaning of overloading. So the term basically derived from the polymorphism. So new concept for the object oriented programming, it is polymorphism, where the polymorphism, it is a Latin word which made up of poly means many, and morph means many forms. One things we have as a differently. Okay, so from the Greek, polymorphism means many shapes, like Anna. So this is something similar to the word having several different meaning depending on the context. Okay, so the same real life things we are going to implement in our programming. Okay, like one function having a same name. Okay, but having a different meaning at different place. Suppose we are computing a area of a rectangle, then we are passing two argument, then it will be computed like by multiplying a cross b, है ना? Wherever we are computing area of circle, then we are also defining a method with circle, with area, but where we are passing only radius, then we can directly compute the area of circle pi r square directly, है ना? Similarly for the square. Okay. Same method, name of the method is same, but we are performing different operation by providing different arguments. So that is called function overloading. So polymorphism basically one things having a different meanings. Okay, similarly here this is a real life example. The word cut, this is a word cut, at three different, or for three different persons having a different meaning. Like for surgeon, the surgeon would begin to make an incision. Okay, so he is using this cut as a operation, cut as a word for this purpose. Whereas here stylist, the hair stylist would begin to cut someone's hair by, so here the meaning of this cut is different. Okay, similarly for the actor or movie actor, like or director, we can say the actor would abruptly stop acting out the current scenes, then awaiting directional guidance. So where director say cut, so where the particular scene is like we are stopping the particular scene. So okay, so the meaning of a cut at different or for different pupils or for different places are having for cut is a different meaning, though the word is single. Okay, so here the polymorphism are basically of two types. Polymorphism is basically two types: overloading and overriding. Overriding we have seen, well, one method is same in child class and base class. Okay, in the case of base class, if we are writing a same method as a given in the child right or child class, or whatever the method given in the base class, we are writing same method in the child class, then in this case child class basically override the functionality of the base class. So that is, the methods are different but performing different behaviors or providing different operations. So that is also achieved through the overriding. And overloading, where we have seen the earlier example, where method is same or area method is same but performing different kind of areas. Okay, okay, or signature are different for the area. So this is called overloading. The overloading is also categorized with two way, like uh, operator overloading or function overloading. Function overloading we have seen, operator overloading we will see later, just a bit. Okay, so for the given for the overriding, this example again given here, and one example we have seen yesterday. Okay, so here you can see this in this example overriding. One is a parent class we have defined. In this class we have defined a one method, my method self. Okay, we have passed this self as argument and then calling a parent method. Then child class we have defined, and in this child class we have inherited this parent class. Okay, so this method will also become a part of this child class, but same method, my method, we have also defined in the child class, but the definition of signature is different, but method of prototyping is same or same number of argument. But in the overloading, the argument will be different while defining or creating a method, but in the overriding the argument are same. Is it okay? So this method is overriding the functionality of the parent class in the child class. So if we are creating the object of the child class, so here child class object is created, now we are calling this method, then in this case we are only able to call this method, or this line will call this method, it doesn't call this method. So if you want to call, then in that case you can create the child parent object, then you can call, then parent object will call this method. If you want to call still with the child object, then you need to do whatever we have done yesterday, where you need to pass the reference of the child class while using the super keyword. Okay, or super function. Is it okay? So that is the case of the overriding. Right? Okay, so now next one is a function overloading that we have seen. Directly function overloading is not supported by the uh, Python programming. Right? So that's why we have used asterisk argument to support the function overloading. Okay, but operator overloading, what is operator overloading? So operator overloading, we are having a one operator like plus operator. So plus operator basically perform the addition operation. What it perform? It perform the addition operation on two integer variable. But with this plus operator, we can perform concatenation operation on the two strings. So we are, what we are doing, we are changing the operand. If we are doing this c equals to a plus b, then if a is integer and b is integer, then in this case addition operation will be performed on two variable, then the sum of the result, sum of two values will be returned. Whereas we are performing this operation on two string variable, then in this case the concatenation operation will be performed. It means this plus operator performing different operation or different variables or for different types of variables. Similarly, if you have seen like or operator, if I am using this or with two integer variable, then it perform the logical or bitwise or operator. Are you aware na? So it perform bitwise or operator on the integer variable. Whereas if I use this two variable as of set type, then it perform the union operation. Are you remember that we have seen in the set class? Is it okay? So here different operations are performed by the same operator, or same operator we having in different form. So that is called operator overloading. So we can see the example of operator overloading as here. The plus operator we can directly use on integer as well as on a string. But plus operator can you directly use in adding two objects? Can you add the value of two objects with using the plus operator? No. So in order to do it, you can use plus operator to add two objects by using operator overloading. So I am showing one example how we can use this plus operator to add two complex numbers. Suppose there is a complex number C1 x1 I, कैसे लिखते हैं x plus I y, ऐसे करके लिखते हो ना, I1 y1 I y1, or C2 I am defining x2 plus I of y2. This is a two complex number na. So if you want to perform this addition operation, then can you directly perform C1 C2? C3 will be of like C, can you get C3 like as a x1 plus x2 and plus I and by 1 plus by 2? Can you get this kind of result? Suppose I pass here 3 or 4 and 2 or 5. Can you get like 5 plus 9 9i? Can you get this result? No, na, by adding directly. But with the operator overloading you can do it. Okay, so how we can do it? So we have to see it for the example, given example here. Here we are considering example for the coordinate points x comma y. X comma y are the coordinates, है ना, or the coordinates having a two values. Okay, as plus operator perform the addition operation or whatever the operation we are performing, addition, subtraction, multiplication on the single operand. So here this is one example. Here you can see class. Here we can, I can define like class simple, and point is a one class. Okay, inside the point class this constructor function is defined to set the value of x and y. Okay, now I'm defining a add method. You can focus only on add method. Okay, def है ना, or init, and then constructor हो गया. Then we are performing add method, def add method. Okay, so add you need to define in this way. So this is a magic method. So when while you are defining add, so you need to define in this way, है ना, self, and then here you can pass one object. Okay, now you can perform addition operation like x equals to self dot x plus obj dot or dot x. Okay, similarly you can compute the by self dot by plus obj dot by, and then return point type value you are returning here from this x comma y. So this operation you are performing. Now you can call this function here p1 equals to, I'm creating a one point p1 5 comma 4 and p2 point 3 comma 2. So two objects have been created, p1 having a value like this, two value will be 5 comma 4 for x and y, whereas p2 having a two value for x and y like 3 on 2. Okay, now we want to perform addition. So we are directly calling this line print p1 plus p2. You can see we are directly adding these objects. Is it okay? So what will happen at this line, at this, due to this operation plus this method will be called. This method will be called. So p1 will be work as a here as a self. So p1 will be a self and p2 will be other. Okay, so p1 you can replace self with p1. Okay, and other with p2. Okay, now you can realize p1 dot x. So x value of this, it is 5. So 5 will be here, and then p2 of x. So 4 3 value of this. So 5 plus 3, that is 8. 8 will be stored here in this 8x variable. Now similarly y will be added, p1 dot by, it is 4, and p2 dot y, that is 2. So y variable will be created and then 6 value will be stored, and then point type this 8 comma 6 value will be returned by this function, and then this value will be printed by here in the form of string or in a form of whatever the format you want to print. So I am writing this example of operator overloading. Then similarly I will show for the subtraction, multiplication and power operation. Okay, so I am showing here, you can see the same example like class. Okay, point. So this is a one class. Now I'm creating a method, constructor method. Okay, in it, and then I'm passing here one argument self and then x comma y. Okay, so here I'm writing self dot x equals to x. Okay, self dot y equals to y. Is it okay? So that is a constructor function. Now I'm defining addition method like add. This is a fixed method that you have to define in the same way, है ना? Self. Okay, here you need to pass another object obj. Okay, then you can see x equals to self dot x plus obj dot x. Okay, by equals to self dot by plus obj dot by. Okay, now I'm going to return it. Return x comma y in the form of point. As an object we are returning this value x comma y. Okay, so now I'm creating a point p1. P1 equals to point. I have created one object for 4 comma 5. Okay, now I'm creating another object p2 equals to point 3 comma 4. ओके, क्या था 3,4 था, जो भी है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ऐसे ही लिखिए. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू प्रिंट इट. प्रिंट first you can store it like p1 plus p2. Currently you will not be visible as a correct output. Here the output is shown in the form of object. If you want to show in the form of a string, one method is specifically defined for printing an object in a particular format. So you can utilize a one method. So that is given here. I can directly write it for printing an object in a given format. So you can see this method I'm writing here. Str, it is a predefined method. I'm writing here in the form of point. This form I want to show point %d. So in here value point will be shown, है ना? And then %d will be replaced with this self dot x and self dot y. It is a print statement. We write in the print statement. Similar things we are returning here as in the form of a string. So you can see now the output. It will be visible. Whatever the format here, if I mention here colon, then colon will be displayed. You can see. Okay, so this is a specific method of the string that you can utilize to format the output. When you are directly printing the object, then it will not be printed. So you can see the output of the p1 print p1. If you're directly printing this p1, then it will be visible as an object. Okay, p1 p2 I'm directly printing, so you can see what is the value of point p1 and p2. You can see, है ना? It is a value of point p1 p2. Okay, but if you're directly printing without this string, then it will be visible as an object. You can see it, both are visible as an object, na? But whenever you want to display an object in a particular format, then you can utilize this string method to format the print statement. Okay, so here if anyone having any query, then you can ask. Here you can see at this line p1 plus p2, the plus operator will call this magic method, this add, and due to this plus we are visualizing this plus operator, but this plus operator is working as a method here because we are adding objects. Otherwise if you are not defining this method, then you cannot add, you will get an error, you cannot add. You can see If I'm not defining it, then you will get an error. You can see it is saying unsupported operand type plus 4, because these are the point type. You cannot perform addition operation on the point. But now by defining this function, you can perform the addition operation on 2 points, because this is supported by operator overloading. Here you can see, that's why we are able to perform the addition operation on 2 points. Is it okay? So here you have any query, then please ask me. Similarly, you can define the subtraction. Okay, subtraction, if you want to perform subtraction operation on 2 points, then you can define sub. Okay, now here instead of plus I can write minus, and I can write minus. Okay, then I can print the subtraction by using this minus operator. So minus function will call this minus subtraction method. You can see, so we are getting this value here. Similarly, you can perform multiplication, power, all these functionality you can perform. Basic functionality are given. Okay, so here you can write multiplication. Okay, then instead of minus, here you need to write multiplication. Okay, so you can directly print this by calling this minus over multiplication operate function. Multiplication function will be called with this multiplication operator. So you can see, is it okay? So that is given here. So if anyone having any query, similarly you can compute the power and x to the power x and by to the power by, and so these kind of operation you can perform using these predefined function. Okay,
एक
okay,
चीज
so
पूछते
हाँ भाई बोलो।
सर, अगर हम प्लस मतलब ऐड जो है पिछली स्लाइड में,
हम्म,
मतलब उसमें ऐड लिखा था और उसमें हम माइनस कर दें,
इसमें हाँ, तो माइनस ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म
तो
हो जाएगा।
माइनस
वट एवर द इंटरनल ऑपरेशन you are defining, where whatever the operation you are defining here, that operation will be performed. You can see, though I'm writing here plus, but I'm writing here minus operation, but it will perform minus operation. You can see, is it okay? So whatever the operation you are defining inside this function, that operation will be performed. Is it okay? But whenever we are writing plus symbol, then plus symbol will call this method add. ओके आप ये देखो, मेथड को हम मेथड के नाम से नहीं कॉल कर रहे हैं, मेथड को हम प्लस के नाम से कॉल कर रहे हैं। इज इट ओके ना?
यस सर।
ओके, सो एनी अदर क्वेरी हियर, देन यू कैन आस्क मी प्लीज। कोई और क्वेरी है?
सर अगर नॉर्मल इंटीजर्स को ऐड करें तो वो वाला फॉलो होगा या ये वाला, मतलब
इंटीजर्स होंगे तो इंटीजर्स ऐड हो जाएगा। देखो, सपोज आई एम राइटिंग हियर प्रिंट, I'm writing 4 plus 5, then what will be the output? You can see, is it okay? Because whenever we are writing this, so P1 will be a type of object, na? P2 will be a type of object, na? So that's why this method will be called. Here the 4 and 5 are the integer, na? That's why. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
Okay. ये फायदा ये है ऑपरेटर ओवरलोडिंग। फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने भी देखा तो मैं तो कह रहा यार ये कैसे कॉल हो रहा है फिर, बट इट इज सपोर्टेड बाय द प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज एज ए ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग फीचर्स, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर एबल टू यूज इट, है ना? ओके, ओके, सो देयर ए डिवीजन यू कैन आल्सो परफॉर्म बाय यू राइटिंग ट्रू div मेथड, है ना? ट्रू div you have to write, then you are able to perform the division operation. Is it okay?
सर एक और चीज सर, मतलब एक टाइप से हम ऐड सब मल्टीप्लाई जो लिख रहे हैं, ये एक टाइप से सिंबल को कॉल कर रहे हैं हम।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, ये मेथड्स को कॉल कर रहे हैं। जैसे मैंने सब लिखता, जैसे माइनस लिखूंगा तो माइनस की जगह पे अगर मैंने ऑपरेंट हमारे इस माइनस ऑपरेटर के ऑपरेंट हमारे ऑब्जेक्ट टाइप है, देन दिस मेथड विल बी कॉल्ड, then this sub method will be called. So whatever we are writing here, p1 plus p2, internally it will become a like p1 dot add and p2, like, is it okay?
ऐसे किसी और सिंबल को भी कॉल कर सकते हैं हम?
No, these are the कुछ फिक्स हैं, उन्हीं को कॉल कर पाओगे, सबको नहीं कॉल कर पाओगे ना। जो ऑपरेटर्स हैं तो ऑपरेटर्स के लिए ही होंगे ना, दूसरे के लिए थोड़ी ना होगा।
ओके सर,
है ना? ओके
सर ये बाइनरी ऑपरेटर के लिए भी बिटवाइज ऑपरेटर के लिए
बिटवाइज
भी कर सकते हैं।
बिटवाइज में बिटवाइज लगाओगे तो बिटवाइज के लिए होगा। जैसे बिटवाइज का मेथड्स देखना पड़ेगा, मेथड्स कौन सा है। सपोज करो जैसे मेरे को लग रहा है, यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं अभी एक बार करके। इफ आई एम परफॉर्मिंग प्रिंट और आई वांट टू परफॉर्म P1 और P2, कौन सा ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है बिट वाइज में? P1
सर
कौन सा?
लेफ्ट शिफ्ट,
लेफ्ट
शिफ्ट।
शिफ्ट का देख लो क्या है, मीनिंग दिया है क्या? नहीं है तो मैं लिख दे रहा हूँ अभी, तो देखते हैं। P1 एंड वी आर राइटिंग एज ए, और लेफ्ट शिफ्ट आई एम राइटिंग एज ए P2, ऐसे करके। हाँ, और 1
यस
इस
सर।
टाइप से, ऐसे। तो अभी तो एरर दे देगा ये
सर P2 के साथ।
P2 के साथ, ओके। तो अभी तो एरर देगा, बट वी नीड टू डिफाइन दैट फंक्शन ना। लेफ्ट शिफ्ट को किस नाम से डिफाइन करोगे? यू हैव टू थिंक ना। ये सर्च भी कर सकते हैं इस पाइथन में कि ये है कि नहीं है। लेफ्ट शिफ्ट ऐसे आएगा कि नहीं आएगा पता नहीं, आई डोंट नो। नो, इट इज नॉट कॉलिंग, बट डिवीजन में तो आ जाएगा, डिवीजन तो आ जाएगा। डिवीजन के लिए भी आप डिव से नहीं लेके आओगे, ट्रू डिव लिखना पड़ेगा, तो उसका नाम देखना पड़ेगा, नाम क्या है फॉर द पर्टिकुलर ऑपरेटर, देन यू विल बी एबल टू कॉल इट। ओके ना? इज इट ओके?
ओके सर।
ओके ना? तो नेम वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई, देन वी आर एबल टू कॉल इट, अदरवाइज वी आर नॉट एबल टू कॉल। तो ये फिक्स ही मेथड है, हर एक के लिए नहीं है, हर एक ऑपरेटर ओवरलोड नहीं होता, ये भी गारंटी है। ठीक है ना? इज इट ओके? ओके,
यस सर।
okay. So now apart from the operator overloading, some few things I also want to explain. Python also supports some access modifiers. So what are the access modifier? One modifiers I have shown you, like private, है ना? Private, what is the meaning of private? I have shown you ना, double underscore मैंने दिखाया था शायद।
हेलो सर।
हाँ, यस।
सर वो लेफ्ट शिफ्ट नहीं एल शिफ्ट है।
एल शिफ्ट है ना, तो एल शिफ्ट लिखो।
एल शिफ्ट चल जाएगा।
हाँ, तो एल शिफ्ट लिखो, then you will be able to do it, है ना? एल शिफ्ट, else if integer object has no attribute, तो 2 से नहीं कर पाओगे इसको। P1 P2 हो गया? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
okay? ठीक है। So we will, so you need to just see the name of that operator for the operator overloading, then you will be able to call it, है ना? There is no syntax will be same. Is it okay ना? Okay, so here you need to perform the, instead of this you need to perform this operation, then you will get real result. Is it okay na? Whatever the operation you are defining it, then you are getting this result. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that you can perform, there is a no issue. Okay, so just see the functions name for the particular operator, then you can call it, there is a no issue. Okay, good. So apart from this, you can utilize the access modifier in the object oriented programming that is not available in the procedure oriented programming. There are no access modifiers in the procedure oriented programming, but in the object oriented programming they are given as a accessibility, or they define the accessibility or scope to access a particular member or class member at the particular scope. Okay, so like if you are defined a members inside a class, then you want to prevent the access of that members outside the class, then you can define these member as a private. So private, basically it is not directly supported, it will be supported by prefixing the double underscore before the name of the variable, then the private members will be created, then these variables will not be accessible outside that class, only the member of the class can be accessed. Like if I'm creating a one object or class with the name of two members like name and marks, and okay, so that example we have seen, and then there is a method like display, okay, in the class. So all, if I'm creating these member as a private, then we need to put two underscore before they, है ना, double underscore, then these members are the private member, then these members only be accessible inside this display function, no other function apart from this class can access these members, so these members become as a private member. So there are different accessibility of a different member. So three types of basic members are there in the Python programming as for the object oriented programming, like public, private and protected. So what is the meaning of public? if we are not associating anything here, if we are not applying any access specifier, then default access specifier will be considered as a public. So it is a default access specifier. A public access specifier means if we are defining any member in a class with default access specifier, it means it will be considered as a public, and the public member will not be accessible will be accessible anywhere in the program. It means anyone can access these public member in the program. Okay, so this publicly basically provide a low security, or any member will be accessible of any, or any member of any class can access the public members. Okay, whereas in the private member, if you have declared a private member, then you need to define the double underscore in front of variable. Then in this case only the class, only the program, it means we can create a two files of the program, like one file and two file. Okay, so this is a file 1 and this is a file 2. Okay, so whatever inside this same file, where this file is stored, suppose we have stored these two file in a one common folder. So common folder is like we have this my folder. This is my folder. Inside this folder we have stored this file 1 and file 2. Okay, in some other folder we have stored file 3 of the program, and we have declared one variable inside this file 3. Then if we declare this variable as a protected, then this protected variable only be accessible by this folder, inside this folder, that is called package. So here we call folder as a package. Here this is a another folder that is called another package. So protected variables are the variables that are only be accessible inside a same package. They are not accessible outside the package, okay, or outside the folder. Whereas the private member are accessible inside the class. They are not accessible outside the class. Is it okay? Okay, so in order to define the protected variable, you need to prefix a single underscore with the variable name. Okay, so these three kind of access modifier you can utilize in Python programming. Okay. Next thing, while inheriting, if you are inheriting the members of the private of a class, then it is you can see in this case the private member doesn't inherit, where the protected member can be inherited. You can see one example also for that, that protected member can be inherited, whereas the private member cannot be inherited. Okay, so that is another case, right? So you can see apart from the security, because private member only accessible inside the class, it means it will not be also inherited. Okay, okay. Is it okay? Okay, but
Yes, sir.
one thing you can also see in the Python, that mangling is available, so that due to this you can due to this you can also access the private member. We will see later this with the example. Okay, किया है आपने? Yes, have you done this? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So mangling, due to this mangling we can access the private member as well. Okay, so that we will see later. Okay, so now this is one example. Here you can see for the different variables, you can see this is given here. Okay, here I have declared this salary as a with one underscore, so it will become now protected. Here we have not provided anything with the name or salary, so you can see both the variable will be assumed as a public. Okay, whereas here name will be assumed as a public. Okay, you can assume, and then it will be worked as a protected. Okay, so these things you can do in the programming. Okay, but if you are defining these variable, then you cannot prevent the access or instance variable from accessing or modifying the instance. That you can that it will be possible in the Python, but in Java it is strictly impossible, है ना? So you can see the example of also for the private member. Here you can put the double underscore with the name of the variable, then the member will become as a private. Okay. But due to the mangling, and Python performs name mangling with the private variable. So due to this, you will be able to access the private member outside the class also. So you can see the one example I am showing here. Suppose I am creating a one class student. Okay, मैंने कल example लिया था, just I am copying that one. Okay, student, this is one example na? So same thing. SID, I am taking it as SID. Okay, so you can see, just I want to access these variable. I'm displaying it inside the show. एक show method मैंने defined किया. Okay, and then I'm going to print it. Print. Okay, self dot s name, self dot sid. Okay, now I'm creating one object. Okay, as equals to one, you can assume whatever the object name you can assume, and then I'm creating one object of a student class. Okay, and I'm passing the values in this class like sn, then I'm passing sid 100. Okay, now I'm calling this methods s1 dot show. Okay, so you can see the example here. क्या हो गया? स्टूडेंट स्पेलिंग गलत है. Okay, so you can see we are able to call. Similarly, apart from this, so you can directly call these members like print. You can see print s1 dot s name, है ना? S name and s1 dot sid. Is it okay na? So you will be able to call it again, है ना, without any problem. Okay, but if I create these variable as a private, then you can see, then we are unable to call it. Then see, in the case of print s name will creating an error, but you can call the sid as sid is not private. Just wait. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so you can see sid you can call, but s name you cannot call. S1 dot name will be showing an error. If you are still writing s1 underscore name, then still you will get an error. S1 dot, like, then you will get an error. Also you will get an error. Okay, it means private member you cannot access in this way, Anna. But with mangling you will be able to access them. How? You can write like this is a syntax I have shown you for the mangling. You need to write object dot underscore class underscore variable that you can write. Okay, so that will show the private member value. You can see it will be written like object s1 underscore dot class. What is the name of class? Student. Okay, and then double underscore, what is the variable name that we are accessing? S name. यही है ना? क्या गलत लिखा है कुछ? s1 dot
सर डॉट अंडरस्कोर होना चाहिए, आपने अंडरस्कोर डॉट लिखा.
Okay, now it is clear now. So here you can see we are able to access the private member also. Okay, Is
Yes,
it
sir.
okay? है ना? So this
Yes,
is in
protected.
Python is happening, but in some other programming may not happen. Okay, in Java it will not be happen. Okay, जावा में आप नहीं कर सकते, जावा स्ट्रिक्टली टाइप्ड है, वहां पे आप नहीं कर सकते, प्राइवेट है तो प्राइवेट है, उसको नहीं एक्सेस कर पाओगे, ठीक है ना, बट पाइथन में ये हो जाता है। इज इट ओके? ओके,
प्रोटेक्टेड का एक एग्जांपल बता दो।
किसका? प्रोटेक्टेड का। उसके लिए हमको 2 फोल्डर में प्रोग्राम क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज अ वन फोल्डर टेस्ट, और एक कोई फोल्डर बना लो अदर, and then you will be creating an object and then you will not be able to access it inside the same folder, you will be able to access, है ना? तो py फाइल क्रिएट करना पड़ेगी इसके लिए। ये दिस इज ए जुपिटर फाइल है ना, तो आप एक काम करना, मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, ये क्लास क्रिएट करना, एक सेम py फाइल में सेव कर देना, इसको एक किसी py फाइल में सेव कर देना इन अ वन फोल्डर, लाइक टेस्ट ले लेना, एक test2 ले लेना, ठीक है, और एक py फाइल और क्रिएट करना जिसमें एक और नई क्लास बना लेना, है ना, लाइक इफ आई एम राइटिंग हियर वन sid एज ए प्रोटेक्टेड। देखो एक एग्जांपल छोटा सा मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, ये मैंने लिखा sid लिखा, अब sid को यहाँ पे आप एक्सेस कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली विद द नेम, लाइक अंडरस्कोर मैंने लिखा, तो एक मिनट, एज नो एट्रीब्यूट sid कहाँ गया, तो एसआईडी को मैं एक्सेस कर पा रहा हूँ प्रोटेक्टेड को, आप देखो विदाउट उसके, इज इट ओके ना, बट आई एम क्रिएटिंग ए वन py फाइल फॉर इट, ओके, सो यू कैन सी, मेरे को उधर जाना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, हियर ए वन फोल्डर है टेस्ट, ओके ना, तो टेस्ट के अंदर एक न्यू फाइल में बनाता हूँ py के नाम से, क्या ले लूं, और एक आई थिंक inside the folder, if I'm writing like py, ओके, ये है एक, पेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, उसको ऐसा करके देख लो, ठीक है, तो इसमें एक प्रोटेक्टिव वेरिएबल बना दिया, ओके, नाउ ओके, ये क्लास मैंने बना दी इसके अंदर, ठीक है, सिंपल डॉट py है, इसको मैं रिनेम कर देता हूँ, रिनेम कर दो, ठीक है, अब एक और क्लास बना लो इसी के अंदर आप, या कोई वो फाइल ले लो, जुपिटर फाइल लेकर मैं बना ले रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, इसके अंदर टेस्ट के अंदर गए, एक जुपिटर फाइल पे देखो एक्सेस करके, फाइल डिफरेंट है ना अपनी अभी, आर यू एबल टू कॉल इट, पहले तो डायरेक्टली मैं क्रिएट करके देख लेता हूँ, डायरेक्टली यू आर एबल टू कॉल इट और नॉट, है ना, देन वी कैन थिंक, अभी तो वी आर गेटिंग एरर ना, तो वी नीड टू इंक्लूड दिस फाइल एज ए इंपोर्ट, इंपोर्ट क्या नाम था, स्टूडेंट ही है ना, ऑब्जेक्ट s1 is not callable, स्टूडेंट
सर अनटाइटल 6 को करेंगे ना इम्पोर्ट?
किसको?
अनटाइटल 6
नहीं, अनटाइटल 6 नहीं बनाया है एक्चुअली, अपन ने क्या है ना, इसके अंदर वो बनाया है ना, स्टूडेंट पाइथन फाइल बनाया है ना, इसमें क्लास डिफाइंड किया है ना,
Okay.
तो स्टूडेंट को ही तो इंपोर्ट करोगे, एम आई राइट?
Yes, sir.
ओके ना। अभी मैं इसको यहाँ पे कॉल कर रहा हूँ, देन इट इज नॉट कॉलिंग ना, बोल रहा मॉड्यूल ऑब्जेक्ट।
सर
हाँ।
वो स्टूडेंट फाइल, सर स्टूडेंट इज बीइंग इंपोर्टेड एज अ मॉडल और उसके अंदर एक क्लास है जिसका नाम स्टूडेंट है। सो आपको स्टूडेंट डॉट स्टूडेंट करना पड़ेगा,
स्टूडेंट क्लास,
या तो
अच्छा
फ्रॉम
मॉड्यूल का
स्टूडेंट
नाम भी
इंपोर्ट
सेम
स्टूडेंट
हो रहा है।
करना पड़ेगा। हाँ सर ये भी सही
नहीं
है
तो इससे भी तो नहीं
सर।
आ रहा है, स्टूडेंट इज नॉट अ
सर वो
पैकेज। नहीं मैं
सर ऐसे नहीं होगा, फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट इंपोर्ट स्टूडेंट करना पड़ेगा।
चलो ऐसे कर ले, फ्रॉम इंपोर्ट, फ्रॉम
फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट इंपोर्ट स्टूडेंट।
स्टूडेंट इंपोर्ट स्टूडेंट में आर एबल टू कॉल है ना। चलो अभी इसको सेव कर रहे हैं, एंड हियर आई एम राइटिंग टू प्रिंट द सेम लाइन, ठीक है। प्राइवेट भी कॉल कर पा रहे हैं हम अभी, और प्रोटेक्टेड भी कॉल कर पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी आर इन द सेम फोल्डर। इफ वी आर राइटिंग दिस इन द डिफरेंट फोल्डर, यहाँ पे मेरे को फाइल को एक्सेस करना है, then in the case of 6 then we are able to access or not, that we have to see in different folder we are able to access or not। एक टेस्ट बनाया है ना, तो एक फोल्डर और बना लेते हैं यहाँ पे, फिर चेक करते हैं अपन इसको। एक न्यू फोल्डर कहाँ से बन जाएगा, कहाँ आ गया फोल्डर, आ गया रीनेम टेस्ट, है ना। अब टेस्ट बन के अंदर हम एक पाइथन फाइल, वो फाइल बना लेते हैं न्यू, ठीक है, और इस अनटाइटल का पूरा कंटेंट उसमें कॉपी करते हैं, then we are able to call it or not, different। यहाँ पे कॉल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, we are not, we are unable to import it।
तो स्टूडेंट तो दूसरी डायरेक्टरी में होगा ना?
दूसरी डायरेक्टरी में, that's why we need to import as a student, then we are able to call it only, है ना। तो दूसरी डायरेक्टरी के लिए we need to specify, we need to add it in the path, then
सर आई थिंक पहले फाइल को सेव करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अभी ऊपर अनसेव्ड लिखा है ना।
कौन सा वाला?
हाँ सर ये अनसेव्ड फाइल है ना। नहीं सर ये जुपिटर पे जो अनटाइटल्ड खुला हुआ है
उससे
सर वो
उससे
अनसेव्ड है, इसलिए वो पाथ में हाँ अब पता
नहीं,
नहीं
तब भी
वैसे
नहीं
क्या
आएगा
होगा।
ना वो, तब भी एरर ही देगा, उससे कोई मतलब नहीं होता। अनसेव्ड, ये तो अनसेव्ड चेंजेस हैं, इससे कोई मतलब नहीं होता। जब भी अनटाइटल तो मैंने यहाँ पे भी क्रिएट किया ना, तो यहाँ पे तो एक्सेस कर पाओगे ना, बट यहाँ पे क्या है, मॉड्यूल को इंपोर्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं अभी, तो मॉड्यूल के वजह से एरर आ रहा है ना, नो स्टूडेंट मॉड्यूल, बिकॉज इट इज सर्चिंग इन द करेंट डायरेक्टरी ना। आर यू गेटिंग बट आई एम सेइंग?
यस सर।
यस सर।
ओके
सर
इट
ओएस
इज,
मॉड्यूल से एक डायरेक्टरी पीछे जा सकते हैं?
हाँ
ओएस मॉड्यूल से एक डायरेक्टरी पीछे चले जाए CSDIR से।
ओके ट्राई करते हैं, चलो। but I think if you are accessing this here, import OS ऐसे,
यस सर।
and then क्या लिखना था, क्या था, चेंज डायरेक्टरी था ना।
सर os.csdir।
CSDIR है ना,
यस सर।
os.csdir। तो फाइल नाम भी तो लिखना पड़ेगा ना, पीछे जाने के लिए क्या लिखते हैं यहाँ पे, एक को वो लिखा था ना, डॉट डॉट
डॉट
कुछ,
डॉट होता है शायद
डॉट
कोट्स
डॉट
में।
स्लैश,
सर कोट्स में।
स्लैश डॉट डॉट था,
नो
सर
सर
आई
सिर्फ
थिंक
डॉट डॉट
डॉट
होगा।
डॉट।
बस।
यस सर।
we will not be able to import student
सर
current।
डायरेक्टली में पीछे थोड़ी ना जाना है, क्योंकि टेस्ट तो आगे है उसके।
टेक्स्ट आगे है, टेक्स्ट में जाना है हमको, टेस्ट वन हम डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे लिखें तो टेस्ट वन ऐसे करके, नहीं, ये जा नहीं रहा है, ऐसे तो नहीं जाएगा।
सर एक बार फॉरवर्ड स्लैश हटा के देखिए, क्योंकि टेस्ट 1 करंट
सही
डायरेक्टरी में है
जुपिटर
ना, तो
नोटबुक सेव कहाँ हो रही है?
देखो ये अपना फाइल है, ये दो फोल्डर हैं एक्चुअली, टेस्ट 1 और टेस्ट,
That's all.
ठीक है। तो टेस्ट के अंदर मेरा स्टूडेंट रखा हुआ है और टेस्ट 1 के अंदर मैंने एक फाइल क्रिएट किया है। इन दैट फाइल वी वांट टू एक्सेस दिस स्टूडेंट मॉड्यूल, देन हाउ वी कैन एक्सेस।
सर
एक
वो
बार
ऐसे
back
नहीं होगा
जाके
सर, वो
test खुल रहा होगा
sys path में आपको मतलब
वही
वो डायरेक्टरी ऐड करनी पड़ेगी,
ऐड
ऐसे
करना
नहीं
पड़ेगा,
होता।
यही तो मैं कह रहा था मैंने कि वो
यस सर।
डायरेक्टरी ऐड करना पड़ेगा, देन वी आर एबल टू एक्सेस दैट मॉड्यूल इनसाइड हियर, है ना।
हाँ जी।
सर अगर हम लोग वैसे एक बैग जाए और फिर टेस्ट के अंदर जाए तो उसके अंदर तो वो अवेलेबल है ना?
मेरे को नहीं लगता, चेक कर लेते हैं अगर ऐसा कुछ लग रहा है तुमको तो।
सर वैसे वो काम करना चाहिए।
सर टेस्ट 1 टेस्ट सर टेस्ट के अंदर फाइल है ना?
रुको तो, टेस्ट, ठीक है। अब ठीक है, पीछे जा रहे हैं,
यस सर, चल तो जाना। यस
वी
सर
आर
आवाज।
एबल टू एक्सेस इट ना। इसका मतलब पता है, इसलिए ये एक्सेस कर रहा है, बट आई थिंक इट शुड नॉट बी अपन बिकॉज वी आर रीचिंग ऑन द सेम डायरेक्टरी, दैट्स व्हाई है। इट इज एक्सेसिंग ना यार, इट शुड नॉट बी एक्सेसिबल ना।
बट सर अगर सेम डायरेक्टरी में होगा ही नहीं तो वो स्टूडेंट को ही रीड नहीं करेगा।
नहीं अभी तो एक्सेस हो रहा है ना, आप देखो ना।
सर अभी हो रहा है ना, ये तो होना नहीं चाहिए था ना।
नहीं वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, डायरेक्टरी सेम नहीं होना चाहिए, फोल्डर इज, इफ यू आर this actually this in the Jupyter what is happening, this file will be treated as a actually what I say, it will be the whole program will be treated on the same directory, that's why we are able to access। इसका py फाइल क्रिएट करके आप देखो, then I think नहीं होगा, because ये Jupyter में ऐसा होता है, whatever you are writing in this cell, ये कंटेंट, होल कंटेंट उस डायरेक्टरी पे ट्रीट कर लिया जाता है कि आप उसी डायरेक्टरी में एक्सेस कर रहे हो, दैट मींस ये आपका जो प्रोग्राम है इट विल बी ट्रीटेड एज अ सेम फोल्डर व्हेन यू आर डूइंग दिस डायरेक्टरी चेंजिंग ऑपरेशन, दैट मींस, है ना। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, जबकि we have to access without changing the directory, we have to just import, there is a one features to add the module in the library, then you can access। तो आई थिंक ना हो, एक बार वो करके जरूर देखना, इसको पाथ में ऐड करना मॉड्यूल को, है ना, फिर एक्सेस करके देखो तो शायद नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि प्रोटेक्टेड का इनने जो लिखा है और मैंने भी पढ़ा है, दैट इट विल नॉट बी एक्सेसिबल आउटसाइड द पैकेज। ओके, इज इट ओके?
ओके सर।
नेक्स्ट क्लास का टाइम हो गया सर।
ओके, हाँ चलो, वही इसीलिए बंद कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है। तो ये यू कैन चेक इट, ओके ओके। सो नाउ रिकॉर्डिंग, हाँ यस, एक कॉन्सेप्ट और था इसका, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास वाला, चलो I think you can study that concept easily। Abstract class is nothing, it is just a class which doesn't contain any which contain a method without any body, so that class is basically called abstract class, and then instantiation of that class is not possible। like एक एग्जांपल कल मैंने बनाया था, वो मैं दिखा सकता हूँ अगर if you want to see।
रिकॉर्डिंग हुई नहीं स्टॉप।
But I'm stopping, just I'm showing the example of abstract method, abstract class. So you can see, in order to implement the abstract class, you can use this from abc import abc abstract method। So here you need to create a one class employee, in the employee class you are writing abc as a method, we are inheriting this abc, and then we are writing show method without any body, and display method without any body, then we are writing child class, and then we are inheriting this employee class, then we need to override this method, whatever the method we have declared inside this class। So that is the concept of the abstract class, where method are not provided, body of the methods are not provided for the abstract methods। Okay, so this is abstract method, if you can define by using this at the rate abstract method, then when you are calling it, then this show method of the child class will be called। Okay, so this is just abstract class where we are defining a method without any body। Okay, but display is not an abstract method. Okay, it is a simple method without body. Okay, so there is difference between the abstract method and method without body, है ना? तो ये एक बस कॉन्सेप्ट था, बाकी का तो ठीक है. ओके,
सर एब्स्ट्रैक्ट मेथड से मतलब क्या है, उसकी जरूरत क्या है?
some actually sometimes